decent houses on them.
The gentleman that owns that vacant lot, has other rental properties in town. It, maybe he
Said
would
he
be
was up in
interested
St.
in
Charles.
buying them.
Exactly, and combining them, or
Because he
working
had
something
a,
out to build two on it.
he had a duplex on there, I mean, he had a house,
I lived there,
which you lived
that's
in,
where I lived
yes.
when the flood happened.
yeah.
I met you that night. Remember
Mm-hmm.
that?
No, it wasn't, the water wasn't quite there yet.
No, Mark was walking through with,
Boots.
who were you with? Wayne Exie and,
Nick.
Nick Smith, yeah. Told me to get my butt upstairs.
So what we,
Then the boat came.
what we as the city should do on these vacant lots is offer people $4,000 or $5,000 or if they build.
Harmony's doing that right now.
I know.
Well,
Nobody's doing it.
this lot
Doesn't work.
is probably going to be, somebody's gonna be able to buy that for about $500, cause that's what these other empty lots went for. That other empty lot went for. So if somebody can get that for 500,
We can't make them give it to us unless we use it for a city purpose.
yeah, we could ask for
Like
it.
a park or
If we
something.
said we wanted it or needed it for some city purpose, we could ask for it.
But we couldn't take it and then sell it.
I don't think so. No, it's supposed to be for city purpose, if the city has a need for it. Now,
Oh, what if the need was money?
For housing.
Or, yeah,
If the city held a lot and you put a house on it, you use it like a land trust. I know this is getting in the weeds,
yeah.
worse than Bubani, but you know, that's one way you eliminate the costs and you drive down the cost of a new house. And you get a family in there that might not otherwise be able to afford it. They do land trusts all around the country. I'm just saying, we need to start getting very creative about housing, or we're gonna have a lot of small irregular lots like this around town with no houses on them, and we're
Can't.
landlocked.
We do already.
Right, that's what I'm saying is,
We just don't want it to happen anymore.
But,
We don't want it
but some
anymore.
people bought those empty, small parcels and made it part of their own
right,
property.
so at least we're getting taxes on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is still collecting taxes, you're saying?
Nope, nobody's paying tax on it now.
That's why it's going up for sale.
Yeah, the thing is though, what's my question about, oh crap.
If you bought it for $500 and came in with a plan, and we give you variances and you could build a house on it.
That'd be a good idea.
Or,
If,
if this guy buys it
so,
for $500, he could put a decent.
my
Combine
question,
it.
Going to Woodbridge, I have a
my
home at
question
least
is,
3.
you're saying that Alan Rasmussen is living in St. Charles?
He used to be he was a principal, he's a retired principal.
Yeah.
They're nice.
Alan and Barb.
He has other properties in town. And he'll be given notice of that by the county, and it will be in the paper for anybody to look at. And maybe people will want it enough that they'll bid on it, and they'll bid more than, you know, the county just puts out a minimum price, and nobody wanted the other one, so.
Is there a particular date that's being specified as to going up?
No, they didn't tell me a date.
They'll identify the,
They'll put all
the
that
auction.
stuff in the paper and do all those
So
things.
that's a 2-week notice in the paper that has to be,
could be a month, we don't
a
know.
month?
It's up to them to decide.
This just lets them know if you don't want it for the city purposes, and if you're not gonna force them to collect $4,500, then they can put a value on it that they can try to, you know, get a new owner for it.
This 4577, that's our cost.
That's what we got in.
That's
Yeah.
what we've got in it.
Yeah, the demolition cost stuff has sort of all floated and blended into all of our flood expenses from way back.
So that might have even been kind of sort of paid for.
Well, it's been absorbed by some other
Absorbed,
fund
yeah.
somewhere, yeah, it's
The county
just,
paid $6,000 per house.
To tear down.
Demolished.
the 2009 improvements, that's just what they were assessed as part of, you know, their sewer and water improvements onto that lot, so his sidewalk, or we had to mow the lawn a couple times, and their sidewalk was so bad and people couldn't walk on there, we fixed it for them and. So,
Well, what does the council wanna do here?
We don't have much choice, do we?
Where's choice?
Accept it, pay it.
Well, we don't have to pay anything, but
We don't have to stipulate the 4577, right?
We just go with no restrictions,
No.
we allow Fillmore County to sell it with no restrictions, correct?
correct,
Yeah.
then they get what they can for it.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Hansi, second by Mr. Dahl.
And then, what were you gonna say? What were you gonna say, Steve?
I just laughed because you seconded and thirded it.
And
Oh,
fourth.
but you were
Yeah, we
gonna
got
say
it.
something.
Were you gonna say
No.
something, Roger?
Oh, I thought you had a comment about,
Got some money to go.
We're all right, not to get all out of the, I have to extend this conversation first, with McCarthy, you go around the block, you got the house on the corner, and you got the empty one in the middle there, what's going on there?
The one on the corner is the one that is the only, or is one of those ones down there that would be an interior flooding issue,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, the one in the middle is empty though,
Yeah, and that's,
you know what I'm talking about,
Alvinide's property, yeah, and.
that's
and
sitting
his-
empty, is it just?
Yeah,
His kids own it, and,
Okay.
and they, mow it, they take care of it. But,
Well, that's another property that,
yeah, it's another empty
So-
one.
that's pretty much the same width, about 45 feet wide, but
that
it's a
one,
long
that
lot.
one's buildable, and you can have access off the alley there,
Yeah.
it's
But I
a good
think that's-
property.
That's two lots, yeah.
It
So
might be,
which,
yeah,
is this
yeah. I'm not-
Alvinides?
One there.
Unless that's been split, I mean, these
Yeah.
these are not
Well,
exactly
Yeah,
necessarily,
it
I
would
don't
be
know.
like a combination of something in there.
Cause this, let's see, Hopple's on
'Cause I
there,
doubt-
and
I
then
doubt
that
house was
Mackenzie's
just
on
on
there,
that
and this is
straight
Bill
away. It's probably
Peterson.
a little bit-
That's what that
This
propane
house
tank
here,
is in the back
that
there,
was
and
in
I got
the
figured
correct
out there.
shape.
Well,
Propane tank was disconnected and hissing.
No, it should have.
That's
but
scary.
it's there,
Yeah, and it doesn't look too bad right now, but I
Light up
wouldn't
the
like to go in there and
Thankfully, thankfully it's running with water.
yeah.
You didn't, and you could
Take
build
this
it.
Oh,
up and
Andy
both
Merrill
these
has
too.
too, she's up in, Bremer Suites now, so
called-
her house is standing.
Let's call the question.
Well, I think they're
You good, Robert?
somebody.
Yes.
Sorry. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes, thank you. 8K, review statistical financial reports, 2014 Aquatic Center operations.